Ravens fans, I feel like we've seen this movie before because once again, Colin Cowherd is taking shots at Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And honestly, I'm starting to think some people just refuse to learn. Because after everything Lamar Jackson has accomplished, after all the regular season success, after winning another MVP, there are still people out there questioning whether Baltimore is headed in the wrong direction. And Colin Cowherd is one of them. So today we're breaking down exactly what Colin said, why I think he's wrong, why Lamar Jackson continues to get doubted, and why the Ravens may once again use this disrespect as fuel. So recently, Colin Cowherd has raised concerns about Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. He talked about Baltimore coming off a disappointing season. He questioned where the team is heading. He even suggested that maybe this version of Lamar isn't the same player we've seen before. And honestly, that's where I have a problem because we've heard this before. We've heard Lamar can't throw. We've heard Lamar can't win in the playoffs. We've heard the Ravens are overrated. We've heard Baltimore's window is closing, and somehow they keep finding ways to stay among the NFL's elite. And honestly, I feel like Lamar Jackson is one of the most doubted superstars in football because it feels like the standards for him are different. When other quarterbacks lose, people blame the team, but when Lamar loses, people blame Lamar. When other quarterbacks struggle, people talk about injuries. When Lamar struggles, people start questioning his future, and that's always fascinating me because Lamar has already accomplished things most quarterbacks dream about: MVPs, division titles, playoff appearances, winning seasons, and somehow the doubts never stop. And here's what people forget: the Ravens are rebuilding. They're not falling apart. They're trying to win a championship. They added young talented guys like Elijah Surratt, Jacoby Lane, Zion Young. They brought in tight end Durham Smith, Jalen Hawkins. They are expecting a big year from Mike Green. They have numerous of leadership on the defense. That's not a team declining, that's a team loading up. And honestly, I think people are sleeping on one thing: Derrick Henry, because when you combine Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson, defense have problems. And we already saw flashes of what that combination can become. Now add another offseason together, more chemistry, more adjustments, more understanding, and that's scary. Colin also touched on Mark Andrews and some of the questions surrounding the offense. But honestly, I think some people still forget how much talent Baltimore still has. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely may be gone, but Zay Flowers is ascending. Rashad Bateman is still here. Derrick Henry is still here. And Lamar Jackson remains one of the most dynamic players in football. So I'm not buying this narrative that the Ravens suddenly don't have weapons. And honestly, what makes me laugh is hearing people say the Ravens window is closing. With Lamar Jackson in his prime, with Kyle Hamilton entering his prime, with Roquan Smith, with Marlon Humphrey, with Trey Hendrickson, how exactly is the window closing? Because from my perspective, this team is still built to compete for a Super Bowl. And maybe this is a good thing hearing these comments from Colin Cowherd, because just like Big Ben, if these Ravens are striving to be a championship team, then they have to use this as motivation. Continue to use this to stay hungry. Continue to use this to stay focused. Those comments become fuel. Those comments become reminders. Because every year somebody doubts Baltimore, and every year they respond. So at the end of the day, I think Colin Cowherd is making the same mistake a lot of people make. He's doubting Lamar Jackson, he's doubting Baltimore, and personally, I've learned something about Lamar Jackson. Betting against him usually doesn't age very well, and I think the Ravens are going to remember every bit of this disrespect. But I want to hear from you, Ravens fans. How wrong is Colin Cowherd, and where do you rank Lamar Jackson among the best quarterbacks in football right now? Drop your comments below, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching the videos on Gridiron Flock TV. I'm going to continue to bring you all the updated news from the Baltimore Ravens, and you know I got y'all guys. We out.